Hey, what's up, everybody? Shane and Ronnie here. It's Tuesday. We're live. It's Crowcast episode 96. How are we, Crow family? Get involved tonight. Let us know you're here. Any comments you have, any questions you have, let us know. Man, have we got a packed show tonight, Ronnie Exford?
It's rammed, mate. It's absolutely rammed. If anybody's been following us on the socials, myself and Shane had an amazing weekend. Different reasons. So we're going to go into that more later.
Yeah.
We got some incredible guests, Mr. Greeno.
Yeah, man. We have coming up very shortly. We got Chris and Louise, the VIPs at Stonedead Festival. What a weekend that was. We get to chat with them and talk about it. It was incredible. What else we got, Ron?
We have some mega news. This is going to be a thread throughout the show. Some people might have caught wind, but there's just this week is going to be bonkers, mate. I think we can get into it. Really, there's a lot of people online, so we can actually start kind of rattling through it. Which I think the first announcement kind of went on the socials around 5. Yeah.
Yeah. For those who have seen our exciting posts on social media, we are so excited to say finally that we got a brand new single coming out, and it'll be played for the first time ever just after 8 a.m. tomorrow morning with Paul Anthony at Planet Rock. Absolutely buzzing about this. You know, we've been talking about this for a while now, and it's so good just to get new music out. And the amazing guys at Planet Rock who've always supported us, they're going to be the first ones to play our brand new single. Just so happy to get it out there, bud.
It's mega. I mean, we have been playing it live since Chepstow. So for the lucky ones who managed to get tickets, they've had a kind of, but there's so many people we bumped into who said they can't wait to hear it, whether it be on the radio, they just can't wait to hear the track, like, you know, because it's always that vibe when you go to a gig and you hear a new song, and it is gone, isn't it? Like, you know, so you can't.
That's it.
Yeah, so it's great, like you said, to finally get it out. Planet Rock, massive supporters of the Crows. 8 a.m. tomorrow. Paul Anthony, former guest of the Crowcast.
Absolutely.
Mega news, and we've been busting to do that for weeks, as you can see how excited we are. Like, so,
yeah, we're like little kids. I feel so excited. But exclusively right now, just for you guys, the Crow family and the Crowcast viewers, we do have a new Wake Up t-shirt ready to go. It's on our web store right now. And this is it. There it is.
It is.
It's the new lyric tee for our new song, Wake Up. It's available right now. We haven't posted it yet. So obviously you guys at Crowcast are the first to see it and the first to know that it's available right now if you want to go and get it. That'd be incredible. But it doesn't stop there, Ronnie Exford.
It doesn't, mate. So that's the first official play, which is Planet Rock tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. on the Paul Anthony Breakfast Show. T-shirt, which is now live. Like I said, anybody watching Crowcast gets the first dibs on the T-shirts. If they're not available tomorrow, that's because you got the first batch, and that's as simple as it is. Mega news. So that's Wednesday.
That's Wednesday.
Thursday
is another day.
Thursday.
At 10 a.m. on Thursday morning, we have the music video premiere of our new single, Wake Up. It will be available then to download digitally, or play digitally, I should say. Apologies. But the new video for Wake Up is all done and will be viewed, ready for your viewing discretion. What's that? I'm rambling.
It's excitement.
There's a new video, and I'm just excited to tell everyone. And it's available Thursday. And then straight off the back of that, you can pre-order the brand new album. Our brand new album goes live for our third album, Inhale, Exhale. There it is in all its glory. At last, Ronnie Exford.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Well, the thing is, you know, if you follow the fan pages and that, there has been little hints around that's the kind of band we are. If you watch Crowcast, yet again, you get the exclusives. But yeah, man, this has been a long time coming. We've been busting to get this out to you. Like I said, it's going to be a thread throughout the whole show, to be honest. We will kind of go back. Any questions you guys have, you can ask us later. We can tell you all about it. Yeah, just literally we're ready to talk about it. Sadly, there's no Dave and there's no Lloyd tonight. I'm sorry. But there will be a shiner. He will be joining us later. And I'm sure he's busting to give his input as well on the brand new record, Inhale, Exhale, which, as Shane said, will be available to pre-order on Thursday via Uric Records.
Yes.
And if you pre-order it, you get the new single, Wake Up.
Yeah, you get the instant download of Wake Up. Just so excited, man. And there's obviously, you've just seen the album cover. There's a story all behind it. The whole context of the album, there's a massive story behind it. It will all make sense when we discuss it, perhaps at a later date in depth. But it's just so amazing that we can announce this tonight. I don't think you guys know how long we've been waiting to get this out. I just feel like a massive weight's been lifted off the shoulders, dude.
Yes, it's brilliant to be back live, but everybody's been asking, when are we going to hear new music?
Yeah.
And like I said, there's been so many things to get in place. It's such a different climate. I'm going to stick up for every band that you guys pay your hard-earned money to support. It is such a different climate at the moment, not only to make and produce a record, but it's getting all the timings right because of things that's gone on in the world. I'm really, really sorry about that on behalf of every band who releases their records at the moment. But we wanted to make sure we could do our best that there's no problems with the pre-orders. The vinyls are ready. So there's been a lot of hurdles to jump and a lot of delays just to make sure. What is the release date for the album? Ooh. I'm gonna go to the year on that one. Abort. February. Yes, I do believe it is February.
Yes.
It is February the 17th. The brand new album is available. And the reason why we delayed there is because we didn't want to get the wrong date. Because, like I said, there has been different dates. We're trying to get everything in a line with the whole release. Wake Up out this week. Just want to make sure we don't miss anything, so because like I said, it's vital. Every band tries to sell a record, and like I said, in today's climate, it's even harder, isn't it, Mr. Greenall? It's just like there's just so many things going on in the background, so many plates to juggle.
Yeah, there's so many obstacles these days, and it's you join a band just to play music, just to play live, and then you record an album, you're like, hey, let's go, and it's just got so harder now. But let's not moan about it. It's there. It's there. It's done. You guys hopefully will love it as much as we do. I know you guys want to hear new Crow music too. So it's just amazing to share this news with you tonight. It's coming. It's coming.
We'll do a quick recap because there's questions flying in and we're going to be here for a bit. So you can come back to us later. I can see them all just coming in now. Look, when's the tour? Is it still with Uric? Yes, it's still with Uric Records. So as Shane said at the top of the show, Wake Up will be played officially tomorrow on Planet Rock Radio with Paul Anthony at 8 a.m. Then on Thursday, Shane?
On Thursday, we have our brand new video that accompanies the song Wake Up. It's the premiere. And then from that moment, you will be able to pre-order Inhale, Exhale, our third album. We're super proud of it. Can't wait for you guys to hear it. And if you do that, if you pre-order the album, you will immediately download our new single, Wake Up.
Yes, and that's through Uric Records. The album is out February the 17th. I promise we'll talk more about it later when China comes on, but should we have a guest?
Oh, you just delayed there, bud. What was that?
Oh, sorry, I said, I'm sure we'll go into it more down the line with China when he comes on. We'll answer all your questions because I can see him rattling in and we'll literally be here for about 40 minutes trying to answer every single one.
Exactly.
But shall we have some guests?
Yes, Crowfamily, we are delighted to welcome to Crowcast the directors of the wonderful Stonedead Festival, Mr. Chris SUMBY and Louise Bayley.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello, guys. How are we?
Sensational, darling.
Thank you so much for joining us. We had to have you guys on. We absolutely loved playing your festival. Have you guys recovered yet?
Not really.
No.
Mind blown.
Yeah, it was pretty special, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think, hand on heart, that was the best one we've done. We've managed to do in terms of how everything just clicked into place, and the reaction we've had since we've left the site, and all the bands have had like the best of feedback, and the reviews when they've been coming in. We've obviously done something right, and it's just like mind blown, absolutely mind blown.
Yeah, I've got to echo that, but I mean, we've done a few festivals in the 8 years we've been together, and I gotta say, from our point of view, it seemed like it run like clockwork. I mean, you guys looked after us so well, and we were blown away. And yeah, so how does it compare then to the last? It was the 5th year.
It should have been the 5th event. Obviously, we had to take a year off with COVID, so that knocked 2020 out the park. So, yeah, it should have been the 5th year, so it was effectively the 4th one.
Right.
So if we'll just discount 2020 ever happening, and then we'll just sort of, we'll just pretend it was just a write-off of a year.
Yeah. But how does it differ then from like the last one? What was so different, do you think?
Complete contrast to the last one.
Yeah.
Light and shade, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, turning up to the site on the Wednesday last year, and the whole arena was there. We had all the vendors, we had the merch people, we had the bar, we had the everything bar. What was the thing we were missing? What was the thing we were missing, Louise? What bit was it?
That would be the stage.
We had no stage.
No stage.
So yeah, the stage didn't turn up until the Thursday morning. So as you heard it come down the sort of the runway into the showground, you could hear the rattling of the truck. And as it came round, they actually applauded in Thursday morning, like sort of like, you know, returning heroes. We were kissing the ground as it went past. But I mean, we had to open the gate 6 o'clock on the Friday, and we were told it was a 32-hour build. And I'm no Carol Vorderman, but the maths just weren't stacking up in my head. So it was tetchy. We were stood in the field at about 5:30 as the PA was getting lifted into place, and everybody was starting to queue to come in, and everything was just getting tested as it was getting lifted out. It was horrific. It was one of the most traumatic, stressful moments of my life.
Wow. That's incredible. So like, obviously this year, did it feel as good as it looked? Do you know what I mean? Like it did feel like it was flawless, guys, the running of it.
Yes. We were actually waiting for something to happen because we were that traumatized after last year. We were sat there just waiting for the disaster to happen, and it didn't happen. So we were like, this could be the year, and the weather graced us with the sun again. And we thought, you know, perhaps it's all our ducks in a row this year.
Yeah.
So
do you know what I loved as well is like all your crew and all the backstage people, they were so relaxed. Like if it almost felt like you guys have been around for 20 years, you've been doing it, you know, that long. Everyone was so relaxed. Everything knew what they were doing. It was just, honestly, the welcome we had, they were amazing for us.
That was down to the sponsorship from Calms. Everybody was given sort of 2 packs of Calms as they walked through the gate. Just said, if things start getting a bit too much for you, take 2 of these to take the edge off things. So that's why we were just dead chilled.
Right. Make sure you don't give out to the acts before they go on.
No.
No, it was it just everything clicked this year. It was just magic. It was just if we can sort of replicate that next year, I'll be over the moon. I'll be ecstatic.
Yeah, man.
I just echoing what Shane said. I mean, from the moment we arrived, just the volunteers, because there's a lot of volunteers. Yes, kind of community. Is it all friends, and is that what the festival's built on as well?
Friends and family coming in to sort of dig in, and over the years we've accrued more people coming in who've like came as fans the first 2 years. And then they've seen everything we'll put into it, you know, like sort of we'll wear our hearts on our sleeves and we'll put blood, sweat and tears into it. And they've actually came and said, you know, like, I respect you for this. I would love to help you out. So the volunteer squad, Dowie's Barmy Army, as we call them, has just grown dramatically. I think we had 150 voluntary staff this year, which is just mind-blowing.
Wow. And you could really feel that because, like I said, from the moment we arrived, the welcome, everybody knew what they were doing. It was just so well run, like, you know, like I said, you could tell that there was nothing going wrong, which is a pleasure for you guys to organize such a massive event, and just to see it all running smoothly. Like nobody was running around, you know, with headless chicken or anything like that. It was smooth. All the bands were chilled out. Stage looked magnificent. Because we heard about the trouble the year before, as you just said. The stage looked absolutely magnificent. Just looked like everybody was up for it. Like, you know, I think it's been a great year for festivals, full stop. It's really great for you guys as well, because, well, you've already started on your next. That's the thing, when you organize something that big, you pretty much start work on the next one immediately. Am I right? Or
it's 18 months in advance now.
Wow.
So I mean, when we got half the lineup for 2022 this year was booked last March, and then with the fallout we had with COVID and the likes of the Tigers of Pantang and Massive and the treatment getting COVID at the last minute and Heats not being at the flying, we rolled a lot of them over. So effectively speaking, this time last year I was sat smoking cigars because the lineup had pretty much booked itself. You know, yeah. So I try to get ahead of the game, and I speak to Louise and Neil on a daily basis about ideas and what we can and can't do. So, the lineups are pretty much a rolling 18-month task now.
That's incredible. And did you three start the festival, or did you two start the festival? How did you come up with the concept?
It was a conversation on Facebook. On it's the Monsters of Rock and Download Veterans page, and the infamous words were, "It can't be that difficult to run a festival." So then we actually pooled resources. We all came to the table with what our strongest, gifts were, and went from there. We sort of drew on everybody's experience. Like Neil, he works in local authority, and is used to running sort of events within councils and things like that. Chris has already had a dabble with some smaller festivals, haven't you, Chris?
Yeah.
And I worked in customer services and as a business manager for a fair few years beforehand. But we've got Dowie, who's our staff. He's in charge for all our staff. That's what his field is within the NHS. He sort of is a manager there. So that's how we sort of each had our got our own little jobs, essentially. Yeah. But we're all over the country. So it's fun and games when we want to meet up, and we have things like this. We have video meetings and everything. So
yeah, big shout out to Neil. Big shout out to Neil, because he looks the part, doesn't he? He looks like he's in charge of security. He looks
ex-Sergeant Major. There you go.
Yeah, and he was just on that scooter all day and all night. I didn't see him not on it, to be honest, the whole festival.
Yeah, we've got a running joke that if Netflix ever do like a film called Festival about us, and we've got Sandra Bullock would be Louise, Lee Evans would be me, and we'd get Windsor Davies as Neil. a young Windsor Davies, of course, because but yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
of course. No, he's a great guy, and well, you all are. I mean, it takes special people to put on festivals. And you guys done an amazing job. I almost feel like, because that was our first time there, that's our first experience there. We haven't seen like the blood, sweat, and tears that you guys have gone through in previous years. It was just like a pat on the back, guys, because it was phenomenal. And these photos, and another thing as well, guys, the people that came, like, and I was watching on the side of the stage and watching every band. Every band had this just incredible reception, didn't they? It was just everybody. It didn't matter, even if you could tell, like, even if it wasn't their type of music, the respect just being on that stage that the fans give the bands was incredible.
I think the overriding thing is that we're all very passionate about music, and I think that everybody realizes that we need to hold on to that, and that's like the most important thing, and that's what drives the festival, to be fair. Because all our volunteers are all rock fans.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
it. That's the end of it. Yeah. So they just want to see it grow from strength to strength, really.
So
Long may continue.
yeah, I agree with Shane. Long may it continue. Like, you know, you go from a year like last year, like you said. Are you grateful that you went for it again this year? Do you know what I mean? Because that is something that can put you off.
Totally.
So what we experienced, do you know what I mean? If we came as punters before, maybe we would have understood it. But we've just walked into an incredibly organized festival, so super friendly. The fans were completely buzzing. So the past problems you've had, we haven't experienced none of that. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like it didn't exist. But for you guys, you've lived it from year one right up until now, like, you know. So
I think with last year there was that much went wrong. There couldn't possibly have been anything else have gone wrong this year other than the impending arrival of Bambino Sumbino on the date of the gig, but which was just like mind blowing. But I mean, last year it was just one thing after another. The stage turned up. We got the stage in, and we had the treatment pull out the night before because Tom got COVID. Bless his cotton socks. We had niggles all during the day. The half the stage didn't turn up for the prep areas. So backstage was like a game of Tetris. You were trying to get everything rejigged backstage. So Jin and his team were working like Trojans. And just as we thought everything was all right, one of the generators conked out for Terrorvision's lights. So basically the whole sort of stage just went into darkness. And Tony Wright's there with his phone and a torch and got the whole crowd going with the torches. Sort of doing the whole scream if you want to go faster and all that. The generators got refueled by siphoning a load of diesel cars. It was like something out of Mad Max, honestly. It was like 4 cars just like driving backstage, and we had a couple of the crew like sucking hose pipes. I mean, it was quite erotic in a way. You know, to sort of get the generators going until we got the jerry cans into the generators. So we got the lights back on. And as Uriah Heep finished off with Easy Living, I just sank to my knees like in the arena and just started bawling out. And I was like, that's it, never again. I've had enough. I can't do this ever again. Got backstage and everybody was like, you know, the 1966 World Cup winning team would achieved it. And when we got back home on the Monday and we saw how many early bird tickets we'd sold, it was just like, we've got to do it now because we've sold like 1,000 early birds in 48 hours. So tough. We've got to do it. We've got to put our big boy pants on.
Wow. Any same with you, Louise? Any moments where you thought?
Well, it was. We at one thought we actually thought it was a case of what's the word for it? We were actually being targeted. That's how bad it got. But in the end, what happened was each problem that came along, it wasn't, God, that's it, we're done for, we've got to give up, that's it, we've got to cancel. It wasn't, it was how can we overcome it each time. And the worse it got, the more problem solving came into the equation. We never ever once faltered with, we can't do this, but we did it. And that was it. It was, we've all got a lot more grey hairs for it. But it just, and I think because it was so bad, when we actually, like Chris said, it was so euphoric when we all met up in the staff HQ afterwards. It was a standing ovation. It was just, we couldn't believe we'd actually pulled it off. And that feeling just carried for weeks and weeks and weeks. It was amazing. You've gone from as low as it could possibly be to as high as it could get. It was really good. Learning curve, for sure.
Yeah. You got with the lows to feel the highs, haven't you, as the crows say. But I mean, so what was your favourite part of the festival this year for you guys?
Gosh. So, actually managing to see Shanker.
Yes.
For me personally. That was,
I've been a
massive UFO fan for years, and that was awesome.
I was going to ask, do you get the opportunity to stand in that field and watch the act? So we got so busy backstage.
Yeah, we can plan it. It sometimes doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Last year it didn't happen at all. Right.
Because I saw you at the end of Schenker's. I saw you at the end of Schenker's show in the field, and I was like, "Oh, how long has she been watching it?" But you watched the whole set?
Yeah, no. I missed Uriah Heep last year. and that was
Right.
another biggie. So it was like I sort of ring fenced myself, and we were graced with having a side stage view. But I did go into the arena because the sound's so much better in the arena.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, it was fabulous.
It
What was yours, Chris?
I don't know. I think for me, it's just when we open the gates at 10:30 in the morning, and you've got the queue outside, and we always play Twisted Sister's version of "Come All Ye Faithful" as the gates open. So that's blasting through the PA as everybody marches in, and you can just see sort of the beam and smiles on the faces of all these people who have like been excited since last year. And obviously our clientele are a little bit older than Download and Reading, so it's very much like something from Cocoon. You get all of these like slightly older folk coming through the gates, like reliving the youth and think they're 19 again. And 20 minutes later, 2 pints in, they're going to the toilet and they're seized up. So it's
oh, they're gonna love you for that, bud. Fair play.
Sorry, I'm catching up with them. But no, it's seriously when them gates open, and especially this year because we'd kept the stage under wraps after last year, because the stage we had this year should have been pretty much what we booked last year. That's exactly what we had last year, but it just all fell apart. So we kept it under wraps. We kept it like totally like don't put anything on social media. So when them gates open and everybody walks in and they see the stage with the scrims and the screens and the actual size of it, it should be like sort of blow a few minds. And there was quite a few, especially the people who've been with us from the start, who bought tickets in 2017. You could see a few little tears coming down their cheeks because it's we've built this, we've been part of this from the beginning. So that for me, every year when we open the gates and people come in, we've done it.
Yeah. You should be so proud, guys. I mean, that's an incredible story to go through the shit really, innit? To understand what needs to be done and then to see it in all its glory this year. You looked really relaxed, Chris, when I saw you, bud. When you came in.
Yeah, as I said, it was sponsored by Comms. No, it's seriously after last year. I think it was a case of we learned so much of things what could possibly go wrong. So we had like a plan B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, and we never got past plan B this year. So it was a case of whatever happens, we've got a plan. I mean, we had one band who will remain nameless, and there was a point where we thought they weren't going to turn up because of traveling logistics, but we booked a band to step in. So it was a case of like, if something happens, we know that they're not going to be here. We've got another band booked and we can reshuffle the lineup. So we had everything set for that. And they're going to be playing next year. So that story will come out when we announce the lineup for next year.
Wow.
That's
So
cool.
how many bands have you got on the poster? You don't have to say, but like name them. But half of the poster sort of lineup, is it?
Few.
Is it?
Few.
Is it? Any exclusive?
We'll see.
We always push. I mean, if you look at the last 4 years, it's incredible.
Yeah, man.
To put together those bills. And I don't even think we got home. I think I got home about 5 a.m, actually. And I think you'd done your early birds, hadn't you? You'd sold so many early birds. Because didn't you launch them on the actual day, didn't you, of the festival? Or
what we did is we normally launched them on the Saturday morning. So when people come through the gates to get that flyer, so it was the marketing starts bang on. So they get the flyer, then the idea is hopefully they'll want to come back again and buy the tickets as they're driving home. And people have cottoned onto this, and there's a bit of a race to be the first person to buy the ticket. And there's 2 chaps go head to head every year. It's like Drago versus Rocky, they sort of go at each other for the first ticket. And so this year, because we had quite a bit going on, we would set the tickets to go off at 10 to 8. And literally 5 to 8, the first ticket had been sold like an hour and a bit before we'd actually supposedly got them on sale. So I went back to the office mid-afternoon just to check how things were going, and we'd sold like 50% of them already by like mid-afternoon on the Saturday. So we were like sat thinking, well, if we've got 1,200 to sell. This could actually sell out before I get home tomorrow to knock them off. So it was keeping an eye on them, just going up and up and up. And then by the time I got home on the Sunday, we'd sold out. So we had to knock them off, and then we'll put the general sales on. And as soon as I put those on sale, they just went through the roof as well. And we haven't got any bands on the poster yet, and it's just mind blowing.
That's fantastic, man. I know we met a few people up there that when you were going, and they were saying when we turned up on the Saturday morning. Well, actually, I turned up earlier than you boys, didn't I?
Yeah.
I met up with a few people, and they were like, "I've already booked for next year." Friday night was brilliant. I booked it. I'm on for next year. So that's credit, man, to everybody who was on the Friday night, because that was a ball as well, I heard.
Yeah, we had we had Revival Black on, and they obviously put on a fantastic show. We had Massive with their Dance Floor Invasion, which is a sight to behold, and it seems to get bigger every time they do it. And then we had Black Spiders with their Kiss dances and the pyro and everything. So yeah, we basically sort of put all of our eggs in one basket on the Friday night, and we thought, right, what can we do on the Saturday now? We've kind of done all the good stuff. But it's seemed to work because everybody wanted the tickets before we'd actually done the main show. So winning.
Amazing. So is that the first time you've done a Friday and Saturday, or have you always done that?
We've always had a warm up.
Right.
We've always. It was never for the first 2 years. It was not in the arena, but the where you were for your dressing areas.
Yeah.
That was actually the big room. It only held 900. And then, of course, we were limited to how many people we could let in, and licensing, we couldn't let under 14s in. So it was being too restrictive. So that's why it went into the arena. But it is actually run by the Midland Metalheads. It's their sort of their baby.
Very cool. So is there any thought of doing like the whole weekend, or is it just?
No, it's the idea of the Friday is just to try and get everybody in early doors, so we're not having a massive clamour on the Saturday morning. And it's just, I mean, it's just nice to have that little bit of a warm up for a few hours, just where people can come in. Plus, we get to test the arena out to make sure everything's working properly with half the crowd what we're getting on the Saturday, so we can make sure the lights are okay, the PA's working, the vendors are all doing what they're supposed to be doing, and any tweaks we can sort of like change very quickly on the Saturday. So one day, one stage, one monster rock show. That's the tagline, and that's how we'll be.
Love it.
Yeah, because for anybody who's watching this as well, obviously I followed, I remember seeing the first poster, and it was you guys with Stonedead Festival. And then obviously you've changed, which I don't know if you can tell us a story, but you've changed to Stonedead along the way.
Yeah. I mean, what happened was, in our naivety and sort of like the joy of doing our own rock festival, we didn't check the name properly. I mean, I came up with the name Stonedead because I just thought, it's just a little bit of a quirky, silly name for a rock festival aimed at like the more mature clientele. After halfway through the campaign for the second year, we got a nice little email from a company called Stonedead Effects, just saying, listen, we're called Stonedead. Could you change your name to something else so there's no confusion? Which was fair enough. So after a couple of conversations and a handshake and a pat on the back and a couple of Kit Kats, we decided to change our name to Stonedead. So we just changed the F to a D.
Love that. And like you said, you've kept that blueprint of one day, one stage, one monster lineup, like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it works.
It just works.
No, I like that.
Yeah, what we wanted to do was be able to provide people with the ability to go to a festival, but not have to have a huge amount of time off work. They could rock up on the Friday night after work, a pitch tent, go and see some music, go and listen to some music, have the Saturday, go home on the Sunday. Although it is bank holiday weekend, they've got a day to recover. So, but for those who have to work the bank holiday, it's just compacted into the weekend, so they're not having a 5-day, basically a boot camp running around. That's what it's the chill factor.
Sorry, Louise. The arena itself. How? What's the cap on that?
Voices.
So are you limited the cap for the festival, or is it? Can you expand and have more people in there? What?
It's a one we'll talk about quite a bit, to be honest. I mean, I think what we want to do is keep it that warm, friendly family vibe what we've got now, because we don't want to lose that personable approach. I mean, it's nice to be able to walk through the arena and chat to the fans and sort of, you know, get feedback as you walk through. I mean, the first 3 years, there was a lot of things that we're talking about which we needed to sort out. This year, it was just lots of handshakes, and they were over the moon to be there, and just how perfect things were. And it's just nice to have that where people feel like they can come up and talk to you, and you can spend 5 minutes just discussing things. And I mean, talking about my red and white shirt and to Newcastle supporters and various things like that. And it's the same with Louise and Neil, that you just have that like wonderful connection with everybody there, and everybody there knows everybody. It's like one massive, huge family.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that I spoke to during and afterwards, same as Shane, that hadn't been before. And they're definitely going back next year. So either they've bought their early birds.
Brilliant.
Yeah, honestly. So I think that was another reason we were keen to get you on, because it's great to hear, like, we have such a great connection with our fans, the Crow family. And we do listen to them. So when they enjoyed their experience so much, and I know a lot either took their children, or a lot are taking their children next year as well. And I know, like you guys said, the whole like Monsters of Rock vibe and stuff. I remember that as a kid as well. You know, people telling me how good Monsters of Rock was, and seeing the posters and the one day vibe and everything. But then, as myself and Shane got to the age, it was like Reading Festival for us, which so happens to be on the same weekend where, you know, and I'm being honest. I mean, at the moment, there's half the artists I didn't have a clue who's on like Reading Festival this year. Where something like yourself is a great place to hang out and watch rock music, like, you know, which I know that weekend, especially in the calendar year, I always used to mark it off, like, you know, I can't wait to watch a rock band, or I can't wait to go away the weekend with friends. So I think you've got it on the money, but there, like, you know, it's just whether that was a happy accident or you kind of picked that weekend specifically, but it's, you know, there's definitely a lot of generations who fell out of love, you know what I mean? And we're looking to do something as well, like, you know?
I mean, there's some of the people who buy. Sorry, look on.
Yeah, right. I was going to say we picked August because that's when Monsters of Rock originally was, and then it got moved forward to June, and for one thing or another. So that was the intention, and we also intended for it to be in the middle. It's sort of in the middle of the country, so it was accessible to everybody. Sorry, Chris, go on.
And I mean, there's people when we first started doing it, and a few of them had said that they used to go to Monsters of Rock, and they did the first 4 or 5, and then, you know, you get a little bit older, you get mortgages, families come along, and you sort of, your priorities change and stuff. So they hadn't done a festival since then, because everything had changed in terms of how festivals ran. It went from being the one day to like a weekend, and you're having to camp Thursday to Monday, you're taking time off work, you're having to have like a week's supply of food and everything. So it became like a military operation for some folk, especially if they've got like young families, and, you know, there's a few of them having to come in. So they were saying, we've never been to a festival since the mid-'80s, and this is the first one we've been to. And when they're coming in, it's like everything that they thought it would be, and then a little bit more. And then every year we've done it, it's getting more and more and more, to the point where I don't think people could ask for any more. Yeah.
No, I think you've nailed it there, but it is a family-orientated festival, so much so. I remember when we came in, we were asked to sign this guitar, and for this really special, brave little girl. I think Ronnie's got a photo there. Can you tell us about this special, brave little girl? She's incredible.
So Kayla is a young girl from, I think she's around the Norwich area. And the story behind this is a few weeks before Stone Dead, Massive were playing a gig where her family were doing a charity fundraiser on the afternoon. So Brad Marr, bless his cotton socks, because he's a dynamite guy, came in and he had a chat with the family, found out what the fundraiser was for, to get Kayla some treatments, because it's some clinical trials for the cancer she's got at the minute. And they've got to raise quite a substantial amount of money. So Brad said, right, okay, I'm going to take one of these buckets. Every gig we'll go to, I'm going to go around the audiences, and I'm going to make sure that everybody in the place at least puts in the equivalent of a pint in cash. So he's been doing that. And then as we were talking at Newcastle, we put a few bits of Stonedead memorabilia and some tickets in and said, sell them for whatever, put it in the pot. And then he came and said, well, I'm going to take this guitar, can we get it signed by everybody on the lineup, and then we'll auction it off. So I was like, that's a really good idea. So I think everybody signed it. Louise got everybody, as soon as they came in, literally grabbed them, made them sign it. And then we got talking a bit later on, and we decided that rather than auction it, we're going to do a raffle just to try and raise a bit more money from it all. So we've been begging and sort of like getting a few people in headlocks and trying to coerce some bits and bobs from folk. So like yourselves, you're given a drum skin and a signed set list from Stonedead. We've got guitar. We've got we're going to do we've got the scrims to give away as part of the raffle. Baz Mills from Massive Wagons is donating his suit what he wore last year at Stonedead. So we've got loads of these nice little money can't buy prizes, which are like really personal, and it's not something you can just go out and buy. So that'll be going off in a raffle in the next few weeks once we've got everything in, and hopefully it'll make a difference to the appeal for Kayla there, and we'll get our treatment started sooner rather than later.
Absolutely fabulous. Big shout out to Brad from Massive. That guy's got a massive heart. It's an incredible story, and nothing but love for Kayla. We actually signed. She was in she loves Minnie Mouse, isn't it? Minnie Mouse. She was dressed up in a Minnie Mouse outfit, and we signed a wheelchair on the. Oh, she was really cool, man, and nothing but love. Anything we can do in our department, we will. Amazing guys that you're giving back as well to the community. They need it. That's so important, and well done, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, Shane, we'll chuck a few more bits and bobs in as well. So drum skin, set list, there'll be other little goodies. We'll try and make it personal as well.
I was going to say, like, Mills, Baz, he's outdone me there with a suit. I just wear a black t-shirt. Nobody wants that. It's from ASOS.
If you've got one if you've still got one which is sweaty, or it's got like sort of the aroma of Lynx Africa and Brut on, that's worth its weight in gold.
I love that post. You said Lynx Africa. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, the link's going across the bottom. We'll also put it in the chat as well at some point, and feel free as well, guys, to put it in the fan page. Because like I said, we'll I know everybody's watching. They'll authorize it. The more we can give back and help towards that, the better, So that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Totally.
Thank you.
That's fabulous. Thank you.
And before we say ta-ra and stuff like that, you've done the early birds. Have you got another round come in, or because I don't know what your guys how you kind of do it, or is that it until the tickets?
No, we'll put general sale on pretty much as soon as the early birds went. With the general sales went, and we've done another 600. Without a band. So and we've got a pair to give away this evening. So amazing. I don't know if you want to do a question. These are nobody's ever actually seen these yet. These are this year's tickets, so it's an exclusive for you. This is this year's ticket design.
Absolutely fantastic, Ed.
That is brilliant. We will we'll do that shortly. Are you still there, Chris? Ooh, Michael lost him.
So
he's there.
Back.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll throw that in with what's the next line? How about that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and just on behalf of the Crows, thank you so much for looking after us on that incredible festival. Generally, one of the best well-run festivals we've been at, and that's no lie. I'm not just saying it because you guys are here. It's fact. Tell like it is. Nothing but love and success for the rest of the festivals coming, and just thank you for coming, man.
Thank you very much. It's been brilliant.
Put the link.
Well, you're always welcome back to back.
What was that, bud? Oh,
Sorry,
they're gone.
you're welcome back anytime for a few beers.
Absolutely,
Gone.
bud. Well, there we are.
I thought it'd be cheesecake.
I wanted to get that. Yeah, I wanted to get that again, just in case he said, "And don't come back." Now, as Shane said, thank you so much, guys. And we're going to play out with the Stonedead reels. So for anybody who hasn't bought tickets, who doesn't know how great that festival was, they can have a little glimpse of this video, and hopefully they can jump on and get their tickets now. And we'll catch you guys for a beer very, very soon. Hit us up, all right?
Thanks, Louise. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.
It's bright, it's hot, it's sunny, it smells a little bit funny, because this is Stonedead!
Down in the deep end, got your motor running, it's a weekend.
Absolutely fantastic. Our thanks to Chris and Louise for joining us tonight. Incredible festival. We had a blast, boys. Shiner, how are we, sir? Stonedead was good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just admiring the new backdrop behind us, boys. What's that all about then?
I have no idea.
Yeah, for anybody just tuning in, let's start with tomorrow, Shane. So tomorrow is Wednesday. What's happening at 8 a.m. in the morning?
8 a.m. We are very lucky to say that Mr. Paul Anthony from Planet Rock will be spinning our song, Wake Up, Sleepwalker, tomorrow, 8 o'clock. We're buzzing about it. What's happening on Thursday, Ronnie?
Thursday, well, this will explain the artwork. So tomorrow, Wake Up, Sleepwalker is out at 8 a.m. being played on Planet Rock. Thursday,
happening Thursday, but
what did I say? What did I say?
No, then go on.
What did I say?
I said no. I can get all that. What's happening Thursday?
Oh, Thursday. I was trying to think. Thursday is the official video, which is being released worldwide. Yeah, that's Thursday morning. Have we got a time
Thursday
on
morning. It was 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Thank you very much, bud. Thank you very much.
10 a.m. on
my
Thursday
notes.
morning. Music video for Wake Up will be released, and then straight from the word go there, you can pre-order our brand spanking new third album from the Crows, Inhale, Exhale. And if you do it via Uric Records, you will be able to have the download for free straight away for Wake Up.
Excited, China boy?
Yeah, it was when we had the emails, with all the dates. Because it's been so long, boys, I've genuinely forgotten we made one.
It does feel like it.
Oh, God. Yes.
I know, man.
And it is available February the 17th. February the 17th, our brand new album is out. It's great to say that now, isn't it, Shiner boy?
It is. February the 17th. In the diary, people, in the diary.
Yeah, it's going to be non-stop now as well, so we don't have to, when we do a Crowcast or if we're doing interviews on the road and stuff, it's not, you don't have to do that thing where you're like, there's news coming, or, you know what I mean? We can't quite tell you yet. We can start literally, just telling the world how proud we are, and how excited we are for singles to be dropping and for more things to be happening as well, which yet again, because of the delays, we got loads of really cool things planned as well in this campaign. So
yeah, man. All you got to remember is tomorrow, 8 o'clock, and Thursday. And you can pre-order the album then, and then you're done. Do it now on Thursday, and you don't have to wait. It's done. It's in the diary.
Yeah.
Done.
Don't be like me and forget all about it.
Well, we were there earlier, actually. It's a true story, Shine. Bloody hell. Good God. So yeah, it's been a ram-packed show at the moment. We haven't had a guest for ages, and tonight we had two, just to make it even more difficult, which was great. Get to tell everybody the brilliant news. For anybody as well who's wondering where Dave and Lloyd are, they couldn't make it tonight, but you will see their faces very, very soon. We had to get you all this exciting news straight off the bat. And here we go with the questions again. Here we go. This is exactly what happened earlier. My screen, and the same with the boys, your screen shoots up and down. So how do I listen to Planet Rock? Can I get it online? Right then, Lisa, let's start with you. So if you have a DAB radio, or if you have Sky, I'm not sure the channel on Sky, but I'm sure somebody will help you in the chat room.
900 and something, isn't it?
I don't know, but if it's online, you can literally, you just type in Planet Rock and the link will be there.
Job done.
You just click on it.
Job done.
It says listen now, and job done.
There we are. Mike is saying on a phone app as well.
Yeah.
So there we are. Everybody's helping. I've missed a lot of the questions again. Sorry. Will there be limited edition vinyl? You'll have to see Thursday morning. All will be revealed. But you've got to head over to Uric, and as Shane said, if you pre-order the record on Thursday morning, you get the new single Wake Up, Sleepwalker. You can download that straight off the bat, so Hang on, I'm trying to catch up. Sorry, this is mental. Like, screen is literally, it's brilliant.
I tell you what, while you're doing that, then, right? If you want to collect some questions, I'll do some shout outs, and then we can answer those questions if we can. We're starting out. Shane and Crows, hope you're all good. Looking forward to Crowcast tonight with the boss. Going to be awesome. Please, could you give a birthday shout out to Rob Robertson? It's his birthday today. Love from all the gang in the movement. In brackets, he'll know what that means. Cheers. Is that a new band? I don't know.
Possibly. Happy birthday,
Rob. Have a good day, bud. Happy birthday to Lisa, aka Danny Dyer. That's Dave's better half. It's her birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Lisa.
Happy birthday.
And also John Westcott, who's Lisa's dad. It's his birthday on Thursday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, John. You're a lovely guy, John. Jane, aka Ginge, has asked for a birthday shout out for Debbie Turner for last Tuesday, Donna Lennox for this coming Friday, and to Heather D for today, please. Happy birthday, Debbie.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Donna.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Heather.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to our buddy Chris Barras. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bud. Happy birthday to the lovely Sharon Richardson. It's also her birthday today. Happy birthday, Sharon.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Alan Thomas got in touch. Hello, Shane. Would you do a birthday shout out in Crowcast, please, for my partner in crime, Sarah Beals? It was her birthday on the 3rd of September. We also celebrated 20 years together on the same day. Good Lord. And let her know that I love her so much. Cheers, dude. Happy birthday, Sarah. Happy anniversary, guys.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Sarah. You got this. Donna Lennox. Hello, Shane. Hope you and the guys are well. A big thank you for all the amazing shows so far this summer. Blooming amazing, each one of them. Could you wish my beautiful boy, Tom, happy birthday? He would have been 29 on Wednesday, the 7th of September. I don't want it to be a sad one. I just hope that you and the incredible Crow family raise a glass to this incredible young man that I'm sure you would have loved, and I'm incredibly proud of. Please say a huge thank you to all the Crow family for welcoming me into such an amazing group of caring, emphatic, hilarious, talented, wonderful people. We all have our own stories, each and every one of us. Being part of the Crow family has given me the strength to get out and live life on many occasions. It's a pretty special group to be part of, and of course, it all started with you guys. Much love to you all. See you soon. To Tom. Thank you, Donna. She's a lovely woman. Debbie Strings, I want to say a massive thank you all to the Crow family who came to see me at Stonedead last week. Festivals have been so difficult for me this year, and it was amazing to see so many smiling faces and people offering to help when they could see I was busy. They came with gifts and gin and cider and cold drinks and chocolates, which was much appreciated. I can still see Dagmar Allen, another legend, walking towards me with a huge box of nachos and an armful of watermelons. And I could have cried because I was absolutely bloody starving at the point. The Crows are the best fans ever. It really does feel like family. And I thank you all for making it a wonderful weekend. Thank you, boys, too. That was an amazing gig. Amazing. Thank you, Debbie, for that message. Crow family doing their thing. Elizabeth Holmes. Hey, Crows, could Oliver and I get a big, loud, happy anniversary on Crowcast? It was on September the 2nd. We've tolerated each other for 10 years. My partner in crime at gigs and festivals, which we have really got into since being together. Wouldn't want it any other way, Liz. Happy anniversary, guys.
Happy anniversary.
Shout out to Brody Huxford, who has moved over the bridge to start a new venture at university. Catch you on the road and stay out of trouble, young man. How does that feel, Ronnie?
It's mad, but look after him, England. You look after him. Or be careful, England.
That's more like it, eh? Watch him, England.
Watch him, England. Nah, it's mad. It's mad. Very special, but yeah, mad.
Enjoy it, bud. Enjoy it, Brody. And the last one to Jackie Todd Hunter. Shino.
Oh, yes.
No.
So this lovely lady, she looked after us all day in hospitality. Then she drove us to the stage. I don't think she was supposed to drive us to the stage, but she did. So then when we were off, and she asked for a shout out. Because I couldn't remember her name, she gave me a tag.
Name
She
tag.
is.
There it is. So there's your
Yeah.
shout out, Jackie. I didn't forget. I forgot your
Thank you,
name.
Jackie. Yeah, she even when the little go-kart, whatever that was, wasn't available. Yeah, she took us in a car around to the back of the stage. Thank you, Jackie. They're all the shout outs. What a Crow family, yeah.
Fabulous. Before we dive into what we've been up to over the weekend, etc., a couple of these questions before I lose them. So can't wait for KK's. How long is your set and any new tracks being played? Well, not sure on the set yet, but it is a support set, so we're not headlining, because a lot of people, when we do support bands, they say, oh, you didn't play long enough, etc., but you're there as a special guest or a support band, like, you know, so that's your job. Will there be new tracks? Ooh, you're gonna have to keep an eye on the socials. There's just so much going on at the moment. All will be revealed. Another question by you guys. Do you want to read that one, Shane?
Will you be doing album launch shows in record stores, etc.? I'm gonna say yes. I just feel like saying yes to everything today.
Yes.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever they
it's
want.
not- Yeah. If it's not, then I imagine it's being sorted right now.
Yeah.
just to double down and commit, like, you know. So yes,
Exactly.
We'll definitely do something in a record store. There you go. Is there a headline tour to promote? What do you reckon, Shane?
Yes.
I'm loving this game. Here we go,
Yeah.
Shane. Is it still Jane Smith's birthday?
Yes.
Yes.
I love that game. That's the questions that I could find. I'm sorry if there's any I missed, but they still keep them rolling in. But how was your weekend, Shane? Let's start with you, buddy.
I've had a quiet weekend. I needed recovery days after, you know, the 2 days of Pro Tools. So I've had a nice peaceful weekend.
I like
How
what
about
you
you
did
guys?
there.
I know you guys have been on an adventure, haven't you?
Yes, I mean, two completely different things. We'll start with mine, because in all fairness, I'm excited to hear about Shane's experience as well. Wrestling came to Cardiff. It was such it's a nightmare. And like I said, we'll get on to Shane's experience in a second, but the decision, and there was a whole lot of circumstances which swayed towards it, but I ended up attending Clash at the Castle, which is the first WWE pay-per-view in the UK for 30 years. And like I said, I know like everyone's a music fan, etc., but we all have other interests and hobbies, and this is a massive one of mine. And it was amazing, boys. Like I said, I know you guys kind of fell out of wrestling when you left school. It's like, but for me,
Why are you laughing when you say that?
I don't know, like, but it is the man child. I absolutely love it, and it was brilliant to see. Well, to see it happen in Wales for a start, do you know what I mean? Because they could have gone. They couldn't have gone to Wembley, obviously, because of the Taylor thing. But I assumed, I don't know when things were booked, but they could have gone to Manchester. Amazing stadiums all over the UK, Scotland. They could have gone to Scotland, but they did pick Cardiff, and it was just amazing. Like the Friday. Kind of went down to the Castle, which was mad because it was nearly a year ago we played Cardiff Castle. And I got to do like the WWE experience, got to sit in his throne. And yes, before the jokes roll in, my feet are that high off the floor. But he is over 7 foot tall, in all fairness to him, old Undertaker. And then we get to the stadium and that, and the tickets were phenomenal. Obviously, friends of the show and the people who look after us well got upgraded, and it just blew my mind to be that close in a pay-per-view that was televised. I think I was messaging you boys as well, because not just the experience was awesome, it was the people who were sitting down by us. Like, do you know what I mean? It was like Leon Edwards, for anyone who's a UFC fan, he strolls in, and there's his belt that I nearly pinched, and Lloyd was telling me to as well, which was on the thing. And then old Tyson Fury rocks up with his family as well, and just sits in front of us, which I was just like,
and then you can't see nothing.
and then I couldn't see shit. Like, yeah. So it was surreal. So yeah, that was my weekend. And the best thing was when it finished.
Yeah.
I even got to bring my chair home.
No.
Yeah, I get to, honestly, because where we were sitting, they kept
people walking out with your chairs.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's cool, isn't it?
It's absolutely amazing, honestly. So it's got it all on there. It's got all the details on the back and everything. So yeah, man. We literally it wasn't a joke, like, because I think I put it on the old Instagram, oh, that's my chair for Crowcast. I did sit on it, but it was a little bit lower. So
It's not like the Undertaker's chairs, eh?
Not like the Undertaker's chair, let me tell you.
No dangling feet there, but
oh, it's fucking incredible. I seen a lot of the Crowfamily boys who were attending the wrestling event, and what did it for me, they could have wore a Razor Ramon t-shirt, they could have wore a Roman Reigns t-shirt, they could have wore a Becky Lynch t-shirt, right? But they didn't. They wore those damn Crows t-shirts. So they genuinely wore either our wrestling t-shirt, the wrestling themed one, or the NWO one where it's got the TDC. So that was incredible as well. Like, not only to turn up there and see something I am passionate about and I enjoy so much, but then to bump into so many of the Crowfamily and see them wearing our attire, which was just like, fucking hell, it's incredible. Like, do you know what I mean? You normally see a t-shirt in a rock concert, or you get friends or family who will say, well, I went to the such and such concert and I seen your t-shirts everywhere, like, but did not expect to see it in the wrestling. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for wearing our clothing and supporting the band. It was brilliant. And as you can see, I'm beaming, smiling. Loved it.
So going back to the chair,
yeah.
Did everybody walk out with a chair?
Everybody in my fucking row definitely walked out with a chair.
Oh, hang on. So what you're saying is you picked up your chair and everybody else thought, I'm fucking doing that as well. And walked
No,
out with
no, this was pre-planned. So obviously a few of us went. And then I got told that, oh, you can keep your chair. And I was like, you fucking what? So obviously, like I said, I spoke to who, and I was like, you taking your chair home? And he was like, fucking right. I was like, all right. So there was four of us. There was four of us walking out with our chairs. Yeah, obviously, like, right? Tyson Fury took his fucking chair as well, like, didn't he? Right. Like, do you know what I mean? So, no, the first, I think the first 3 or 4 rows, because they do it in WrestleMania and stuff like that. So certain rows, because they're printed and everything's to show his Clash in the Castle, you can keep your chair, like, So the effort it takes to keep a chair and to get into a fucking taxi with a chair,
I can imagine.
And especially when there's 4 of you trying to get into a taxi with chairs. And getting back to Bridgend with your chair, but there's no fucking way I was not bringing that chair home. I got to be honest with you, boys. I would have literally stayed there until somebody was willing to bring me home.
I can imagine the taxi driver. Fucking hell, what do you think this is? IKEA? Fucking hell, get out.
Well, it's random, innit? You can imagine him, like, literally going home to his missus and going, you wouldn't believe tonight. Never mind the fucking 15 fights I've seen, and Cardiff was mental with 70,000 wrestling fans. 4 of the fuckers got in my car with chairs. They brought their own chairs, like, yeah. So
you lost the table, like, got the 4 chairs, we lost the table.
Yeah, well, it was when they
Brilliant.
came round. I didn't
Brilliant.
believe it at first. You can keep your chair and all. I'd heard about it. Like I said, in America, it's a massive thing, especially if you can get those rows in like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble stuff.
Yeah.
And they print, like I said, like they've printed there. I'll bring it to practice so you can see it. It's wicked. So cushioned as well. It's so
They're not the
comfy.
ones they smack on each other, though, are they?
No. They're like the metal ones. Like they
Mm.
don't use cushions and stuff, like, but yeah, it was banging. Yeah, you do a little zap as well on. You would have loved this, Shine. Little zap on a phone. Order a drink. Boom! There he comes ringside. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Could've done that in
Things are
Wembley.
looking up.
Ooh, absolutely amazing. But
Wow.
it did come as a sacrifice. Which I will ask you, what did you do on the weekend, and particularly on that Saturday night, my friend?
Yeah, we went up to Wembley and watched that incredible show. It was 6.5 hours, whatever it was. Just one experience, man. You know what it's like, boys, being on stage and feeling a vibe. But this was something else. I've never experienced anything like it, and God knows what those people felt on stage performing. But you looked around and everybody seemed to be feeling exactly the same. It was an incredible experience for a truly wonderful, talented musician. And I tell you what, I did straight off the bat. Obviously, like Liam Gallagher opened up and stuff, and then Dave Grohl jumps in the drums, and you don't realize, well, you do as a musician. Obviously, everyone got their styles and stuff, but never have I been at a show and the drummers were changing all the time, and it changed and playing songs that really well. You know what we're like? We'll rip a song apart and go, oh, that's not quite right, and blah blah. It changed everything. It changed the energy and styles and all that. And there was the lineup is something like you'd see on Live Aid. Do you know what I mean? It was these incredible legends coming on and paying their tribute. It was something else, boys. I was in tears pretty much majority of it. It was just so. I felt honored to be there. Do you know what I mean? I almost felt like it felt like a backstage pass into this rock and roll royalty show. That was possibly one of my favorite. These two, right? Okay, hang on, back up. So Brian Johnson and Lars come on stage, and like every time a new act come on, they would do this little spiel. Right, next up, guys. And of course, I had my camera ready, thinking, who's it gonna be? Blah blah. And he was just hitting names, and then these two come on, and this almost, I don't know, it just blew my mind. It was just amazing, absolutely. Let There Be Rock. I've heard the Fools cover it a couple of times. They've always covered it on some of their shows. But to just have Lars on drums and Brian doing his thing, and I gotta be honest, Justin Hawkins came on halfway, and he was like involved all the way through the show. And I've heard some people like slay Justin Hawkins. I don't get it, right? I don't know why, right? But he was absolutely fucking incredible. There's not many people that could just go, yeah, sing out, Justin. And he was singing Queen, he was singing AC/DC, he was just anything. Do you know what I mean? A complete showman, front. I honestly, I was nothing but respect for him. I thought everybody was incredible, but he kept coming back on stage and doing his thing. He was incredible. But it was having these legends on, and all I was thinking, because we put on shows ourselves, boys, you're thinking, right, what's the last song gonna be? Do you know what I mean? What's the big hit there? And AC/DC, Brian comes on and Lars, right? You're thinking, hang on now, this is gonna be big. They play Back in Black and Let There Be Rock, thinking, fuck, that could literally finish a show. Then Queen come on. Well, that's gonna finish the show. Yeah, this what a fucking moment this was. Absolutely beautiful. And like Brian May was saying about Freddie, and what did he say? Something like, I'm sure Freddie wouldn't mind if we borrow this song. It was just beautiful.
They played it in Wembley, didn't they? For Freddie on the
yeah, exactly that. So the Queen come on and do their thing, and you're thinking, right, how is this gonna be better? Sorry, Stuart Copeland comes on, which is like unheard of, boys, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just It's just fucking
Yeah.
Stuart Copeland doesn't do that. And they played Next to You, which we've done, haven't we, boys? We've done that song.
Yeah, I love that. That's genuinely because when you sent it over like a
Yeah.
picture, I can't remember what you did, but when you put Next to You, I was like, fucking.
I know.
Because like I sent you, and this, I know we've done covers now, but when the band first started, do you remember me saying if we ever did a Police song, it would be Next to You? And we did start jamming it. I remember down in Bridgend ages ago, but I was like, fuck, what's the chances that they actually play Favorite? Fuck, incredible.
Yeah.
And then what else they play?
Magic. Everything she does is magic. Which was phenomenal. I mean, it was just, but again, he sits down and he obviously holds the sticks differently to everybody else.
Yeah.
And he's doing that. Yeah.
It's cross hand, like, yeah.
And it's just mad. You never, well, I never focus on a drummer so much, but when you're hearing all these drummers come in and do their thing, you're like, you instantly hear a difference in the song. And even the kids that went on, you know, so you're thinking, okay, Stuart Copeland's been on, Brian Johnson, you know, Queen, Rush, for God's sake, Rush. It's just unbelievable. And the beautiful thing was there was these little pockets where obviously the Fools then did their thing. And what was the opening song? What was the opening song they did? Times Like These. Was it Times Like These? Mm-hmm. Yes. And of course, Dave just starts with it's like the Hammond organ thing in there, and he just sings a couple, I am a one-way motorway. And he can't get fucking through it, like. And boys, it was gone. It was just so unbelievably emotional. And then the crowd are cheering him on. You can do it, Dave. Everybody was just like, you can do it, Dave. Like Dave down the road, like, do you know what I mean? He's a superstar. He was just fucking believable. But my point being, all these incredible rock stars, legendary rock stars, and they finish, you know, his boy gets up, man. And boys, you know, I mean, me and Ronnie got kids. Just seeing that photo, you know, with his dad before he even jumped on the drums, and then basically finish the set. I think they didn't have long after it, but basically he was the last drummer on stage. Do you know what I mean? And his son finished the entire fucking show. Whew. There wasn't a fucking dry eye in the place. It was absolutely unreal. And I just thought it was like the perfect way to end it. It was, you know, like I keep saying, man, Queen and all these incredible ways to finish a show. And they just did it with the family. They did it with his boy. And it was just fucking, that's truly the way to do it. I don't think they could have done it any better, if I'm honest. None.
No,
I was so privileged to be here.
I agree. I mean, I seen it on the socials before I've seen the stream. Obviously, a few of us have managed to catch up now and catch the stream and stuff. But fucking hell, to be there. I mean, I that's why I was asking you questions earlier off air, because like I know that stream is, you're not gonna have that atmosphere. You're just not, like, do you know what I mean? I'm sorry to say, but that's just the truth of it. Unless you're at a gig, and I think any true rock fan will say that, you just know, you feel it around you, feel the energy, you feel the emotion, you feel everything. Like, do you know what I mean? So
totally. And sometimes, like we actually said it earlier in the interview with Chris, like when it's a big place, you don't get the full perspective because you're looking here. But I moved around the stadium back and forth getting drinks, and there was a video I took of Queen and the fella from the Struts got up and sang "We Will Rock You" and stuff, and you saw the scale of it. Then, like on TV, it's wonderful because you can see the scale, but we all go to shows and you know, even the Crowfamily here, when you go to a show, you feel that kick drum in your chest. And you hear a line that's being sung that's not quite perfect, but you're singing along with them. But then you hear on TV, and you know the mixer's there, and you're doing this thing and makes it a bit better. But you don't feel you may feel it through the TV because it's such a special show, but what I'm saying is, in that stadium was unbelievable, so special.
I think I said to the missus that, like, because we had the emotional parts. You can't help but feel like when his boy got up on the drums, because as a massive fan as well, and I know you've seen him as well. There's videos of him when he was younger sitting on a drum stool behind. So then, yeah, just poetic for it to have been that finish. It was just like incredible. And then there was other parts through the show as well where, like, I noticed like people getting up, and it was just like you had that in your throat and that. But to be there, I imagine, was just turned up 20. Do you know what I mean? That's because even if you were getting that with the audio wasn't so great through the stream, and you still managed to feel something through that 6 hours, then like I said, to be there and have that and have other people around as well, because that kind of elevates and fucking cranks it all up. So what a magnificent thing to experience, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it was truly special, man. I obviously went around for Live Aid and all those type of things, but like it did feel like that type of event. It felt bigger than anything I've ever experienced, like music wise. It felt massive. It felt, I don't know, just can't really put into words. It was incredible, and almost to the point where, you we're in a band, so we're looking at these legends and like, wow, one day I'd love to have half the success, a tiny success, but it was such a relaxed vibe, so relaxed, like it felt like a jam. It felt like this giant 80,000 seater jam night, and sitting on the side of the stage, Dave Grohl with family and watching other legends. It was like this little party celebration, but emotional as hell. Amazing. So I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it.
Well, you won't, like, do you know what I mean? Because I still meet people now who went to the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, and that, I think I've said it on Crowcast before, and you boys know it because of like how long we've known each other. That was one of the concerts, just one, that kind of inspired me to be a rock drummer. I just remember seeing like Roger Taylor, and I don't know, there was just something about that concert. Yet again, it was such a big, like what you said, Shane, such a big thing that it's hard to even put it into words of like, but you were there, and I know loads of people, I was there, or Live Aid, yet again, such another gigantic event where I think I said it to you earlier, you don't see those names on a festival bill together because there's just too many fucking headliners. It'd be impossible, like, do you know what I mean? Even with multiple stages, it would be impossible to have Brian Johnson, Stuart Copeland, Lars Ulrich. Do you know what I mean? That's Metallica, AC/DC, the Police, the Foo Fighters. It's just the Beatles. Do you know what I mean? All right, I know with members, etc. But it's Paul McCartney, even him on his fucking own, whether you like him or not. He's still iconic, Hall of Famer. Rush. You know what I mean? It's just, like I said, it's just fucking magnificent, the lineup. And I looked at the LA thing, man, and oh man, honestly, if we weren't going away with Monster Truck, I fucking swear to you, I swear down, like I would have gone. I would have tried everything I could to try and get tickets for it. Like, do you know what I mean? Just I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how you can't top that. You can only do something as special. And I'm pretty much hoping they achieve that with LA, like, do you know what I mean? Because that just seems such a magnificent thing. I can't imagine them. How would you do that again? Like, do you know what I mean? How would you repeat something as amazing as that? Like, do you know what I mean?
That is true, but because I mean, we all know like Taylor was mad about Queen when he and the Wembley and Dave Grohl and the Fools when they played, and how emotional Dave got when they played Wembley and stuff, and like how it is one of those iconic places, man. And you're absolutely right. I don't know if they can better it. I don't think they go into better it. Perhaps I just think they go into celebrate it with more fans, I guess, around the world. That's the way to look at it. But it was truly sensational. And another thing I'll say as well about Dave Grohl as a songwriter, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves sometimes as a songwriter. because some of those lyrics, what was it? Aurora, wasn't it? He was on about Taylor saying it's one of his Foo Fighters' favorite songs.
Yeah.
It's one of his favorite Foo Fighters songs, and it was just something. When he said that, it changed everything about the song. The song then became more emotional. It was, and then you're listening to the melody lines, and it's just so sad and emotional. And what's the other song they done? And he shouts to the crowd, and I've never seen Dave Grohl do that. It's like this real moment, and he goes, "Easy for you to say," and he was emotional. He was angry about it, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
Like, you know, where the song takes on again, like we've spoke about this, where you write the song, and in that moment it's this, but then it evolves because of your experiences through life. And he just felt that in majority of the songs they chose to pick for those reasons for Taylor, it was so poignant. It was so special. It was really well thought of. They were jamming with friends and family. That's what it felt like. And you felt honored just to be standing there watching it. Beautiful.
Yeah, I felt that, and I don't think anybody, yet again, this is a conversation me and you had earlier, I don't think, and I think you'll agree with this, Shine, I don't think you can even start to criticize anything, really. Song choice, fucking, you know what I mean? There'll be somebody out there, Justin Hawkins shouldn't have done this.
Well, yeah, I heard that. They
No.
just know a bit of flack. Like, he was fucking sensational. And
Yeah.
with Wolfgang as well, like, he was fucking brilliant on guitar.
Oh, man, that blew me away. That blew me
so
away,
good.
like, fuck,
So
he's
good.
such a good guitarist. Yeah, he's such a good... That was actually one of my highlights. I meant to text that over to go, fucking hell, he's an incredible guitar. But I tell you what I liked about him more than anything was, like, you could see the happiness in playing. You know that's...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know when you're happy, innit? Like, fucking... He was just so happy jamming, like, so...
Just jamming. And I think even post-Sep, because I follow him on Insta and all that, he actually just put up jams. Do you know what I mean? And that's another thing about all these stars getting up at Wembley. They did their part and off they went. Do you know what I mean? There was just cheers and gone, because it wasn't about them. It was just beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely incredible.
That's a great picture as well. You can see them all at the end.
Yeah.
So was that right at the end, was it? Or like when the camera's obviously gone off, or was that on the side of the stage or something? Or
Side of the stage I was.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah.
All just chilling, watching, like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's mad because Pat Smear, he had like this smile on his face the entire time. He almost felt like he was just in awe of what the experience was. It was so lovely, man. So fucking good. So good.
Wow. Have you had a chance to watch it yet, Shine? Or
No, the only bit I've seen is his boy playing drums for My Hero, and it's just like, there we are. There's the next Foo Fighters drummer.
Well,
Yeah,
I got to be honest, out of all those drummers, Rufus was the boy for me. I was like, but it's so close to the bone, isn't it? He looks like him. It is.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'd be too hard, but he seemed to be like the perfect fit. He really did.
Yeah, because Omar's very like clinical, and I love watching him. I love watching him play, but that's why I asked you if he was there, because I didn't know if it's just fucking incredible drummer. I follow. He's just phenomenal, but he's very gospel. He's very so sessiony, like. And then you go to the other extreme then of what I love. My favorite kind of drummers are not Instagram drummers, etc. They're more the field drummers. They're all about the hitting the fucking shit out of it, and and I could see that with Taylor's boy. You could just see, like you said, Shine, the power was there. The motion of playing, like, and that is a massive thing. Somebody just commented now, to get up and play to 90,000 people with some of the best musicians in the world is just like, that's incredible. Rufus did a great job, but I think he did an absolutely amazing job. I think it's a bit close to the bone. There's just too many similarities. Still a different style of drummer, and it's a real credit to Taylor Hawkins here, because he's got such a swing in his play that I didn't see one drummer, including Travis Barker, and I really fucking rate Travis Barker, but some of those fills were not quite there.
I agree. I was standing there, bro, and I was like, I was so excited. And probably, aside from Stuart Copeland, just to see Stuart Copeland, because I've never seen that. But when he got on the drums, I was like, oh, here we go. This is it. This is gonna rock now. And I felt the same. It was like incredible. But yeah, Taylor is like another animal.
There's a different way of him playing. Dave, the only one close to me is Dave Grohl, because they had, you know what I mean? They knew what each other would play, type of thing. But it's a weird way to explain how he would play, and like some of the fills can sound almost like lazy or late, or there's a real swing to it, the timing of them, and the other drummers were just so on it that it just loses that, and you could tell because of fucking Dave Grohl's guitar. That's how I knew, like, because it was like the drum wasn't in sync, because Dave Grohl plays the guitar like a drum, and like all of a sudden you could just hear that kind of just out of sync with some of the way that they would play, like, do you know what I mean? So I imagine if you're in the band long enough, you pick it, you know, you feel that, like, you know. But yeah, Taylor was just, I think that you know, that just haven't been said enough. Like, you know, there's some incredible drummers in the world. Travis Barker being like one of the headliners there of a clinical session drummer, as well as a punk rock drummer and a fucking, you know what I mean? But you could just tell he wasn't like Taylor Hawkins, like, you know, and just off the back of what you said earlier about Dave Grohl being a good songwriter, it's the same as when you're playing the drums. It's almost like sometimes the simplest beats, which like a fucking phenomenal drummer can go and play, they just won't play it the same as that person. That's the human side of it, like, do you know what I mean? So closest for me, Shane, was that Shane, but his boy, it was just fucking hell. As soon as he hit the drums, I was like, oh, listen,
it was his arms. His arms, it was like, obviously it's his son, but it just looked like Taylor would sit like they had the same shape. It was and only think about as a dad then is you think about your kid, and I was looking at him on the screen, and then I was like, oh my God, do you know what I mean? You just think of a father and your son's up there now doing that, and how proud he would be, and it was just a perfect send off. That was right at the end.
Incredible weekend. Different reasons, and I'm looking forward to it. As we said, hopefully they'll bounce it down. It'll be part of a DVD, you know, London and LA and stuff like that, and get to listen to it fully mastered. You know, that'd be amazing. I will. Should we give something away? As in like 2 tickets, and I know, innit?
Forgot about that.
What's the next lyric? It's lyric time. What's the next line? What's the next line? What's the next line?
So for those of you who caught the show early doors, we had Chris and Louise from Stonedead, and they have very kindly given us 2 tickets for next year's Stonedead Festival. What a great prize. Thank you so much, guys. That's amazing. So the lyric is, truth is, what's the next line? Go.
Ooh, saucy. Well, while we're waiting for the winner, Dave isn't here, but we'll explain about Crow Radio.
The best music all day long.
Crow Radio.
Crow Radio. Available now via Those Damn Crows Spotify page. Don't forget to click the green heart.
Okay, so this week's Crow Radio, Dave does this much better than me, is all about basically our conversation there. It's the tribute to Taylor. So we've taken some of the songs from the concert, and that you will find on our Crow Radio playlist this week. If you go and click the green heart, and you'll be able to hear that. So there's songs from AC/DC, Rush, David Bowie. There's just a massive selection. There was so many great songs played on that 6-hour show.
Yeah.
It's impossible. I think it was 50. Was there 50 songs?
I think it's 50. Pretenders, Oasis, Supergrass are brilliant. Gotta admit.
Yeah, man. Yet again another 90s band, isn't it? Like, you know,
I
so
tell you, the two loudest songs that were singing, I think, in Wembley was one of them was Supergrass. All right. As soon as the piano started, we are young, we are. Everybody went nuts. Everybody went mental. Yeah. So
wow. Well, head over to our Spotify. And like I said, there's a nice selection of songs from that incredible concert that we were just talking about. And yeah, share it, click the green heart. Thank you, Crowfamily. Look at that, they're all jumping on it.
yeah, boy.
Oh, hang on, here's a request from Oliver May. Can you please put Crow Radio on other streaming systems too? Not everyone uses Spotify. That is correct, Oliver, and I will look into that, my friend. So I'll see what we can do, mate. All right, that is true.
Yes.
We will look. There we go. Yes, ask and you shall receive. In such a great mood. Why are we in a great mood? Because our single drops tomorrow on Planet Rock Radio, 8 a.m. Paul Anthony breakfast show. That's right. Wake up. What a perfect name. Green art. Have we got a winner?
Not yet.
Ooh. Hang on. There's the songs. Now,
Thank
see,
you,
this
baby.
is dangerous now. This is dangerous now because if all those songs are not on there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, like I said, I managed to see the stream. Very welcome, Oliver. So yes, I'll do a bit of a recap for those who have stuck with us. It's getting late and we will try and rattle through as well. So tomorrow, a brand new single is dropping on Planet Rock Radio. Thursday is the official video, the premiere of our single Wake Up. That'll be available everywhere. And also the brand new album, Inhale, Exhale, will be available for pre-order if you go to Uric Records, which will be out February the 17th. And when you download it from Uric Records on Thursday morning, you will get the new single Wake Up. I think I covered all. I think.
Well done, buddy. Well done. Okay, I think we got a winner.
Fab.
There's quite a lot. Someone literally made me laugh out loud when I saw. I need to find them. There it is. Well done, Jane Redfern. The lyric was "Truth is," and she put "out there." It's not that, but that was a great reply. So the song is "Behind These Walls." Truth is, I'm tired of all this. Lots of people had it right, but the winner is going to be Sarah Louise Hawkins. Congratulations, Sarah. You have 2 tickets for Stonedead Festival 2023.
That's Justin's sister, man. Fabulous. Well, he's not you, but we're still going to celebrate his segment. My facts. My facts. Right, I have no fucking idea what this is going to be. So there's the disclaimer. That's basically, I have no fucking idea what's about to happen. But Dave has sent us all in a video because he's not here. As you can see, he's got loads of birthdays to celebrate. And fucking here we go. Dave's Did You Know?
Did you know that you can die from pooping too hard? I almost have.
I almost have. Isn't that what happened to Elvis?
Oh, yeah, he died on the pod, didn't he?
He died on the toilet, didn't he?
You can die.
There we
Oh,
go.
God. It had to be a pooping one as well, didn't it? Oh, God. No, I didn't know that. I don't know. I've heard loads about Elvis. Like, he died on the toilet eating a hamburger.
Yeah.
Is that right? Or was someone fucking...
No, that's right, I think. No, but he used to eat something mad, didn't he? That was almost like 2,000 carbs. calories in one go. He used to eat about 5 or 6 of them a day.
Oh wow.
So,
Alex Marsh, ruptured sphincter. Sphincter, yeah, never gets old. Sphincter. I'm sure that's Red Dwarf, isn't it? Sphincter. Not in Red Dwarf. The word sphincter.
No,
Sphincter.
Schwinkter's in Wayne's World.
Is it?
Schwinkter says what? Schwinkter says what? Remember? No.
Ah, yes. Yes. Toilet humor. Ah, well done, Dave. Wayne's World. Yeah, loads of people saying Wayne's World. Wales World. There we are. It's a spin-off Crowcast.
So we had fried peanut and banana
That's it.
bacon sandwich. Fucking
Yeah.
hell, that sounds quite nice, actually.
Fried peanut butter, bacon, and banana. Bloody Marvin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
What a way
God.
to go.
So when you eat that, you need to go to the toilet straight away, do you?
Sweet. Squirrel burgers. Is that what you heard, Steve? Ah. Well, great fact anyway, David. I love it. I hope you're having a smashing week.
Be careful
I
out
will.
there, people. Don't die when having a shit. That's mental. Don't push too hard.
Bonkers. Before we wrap it up as well, I've got a little video that you took in Wembley. Do you mind if I play that?
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, there we are. Going back to the Wembley and off the shit, like. That's amazing.
No, I was down in the front, but I just come back and just because you have to get a perception of what you're in, innit? I'm always like that, but it was sensational. I thought Luke was brilliant, actually, front man. But yeah, sensational. Oof. Take me back.
Outstanding. Before we wrap up the show, one more reminder.
It wouldn't hurt. We waited this long.
Well, we've been busting to get out there, haven't we?
That's it. You want me to start there?
Well,
As of
Shiner.
tomorrow. Oh, go then.
Go on then, Shiner. What's happening tomorrow, Shine?
Single, wake up, Planet Rock, 8 a.m.
Boom.
Well done, Shine. What's happening Thursday morning, Shane? Oh,
Thursday morning, to accompany our brand new single, we have a brand new video. 10 a.m. Thursday morning, you get to see that, and you can then immediately pre-order our third album, Inhale, Exhale.
boom. Let's go over to you again, Shane.
Ladies and gentlemen, one-liner, shiner.
Here we go. Final reminder too, this one. Single tomorrow, 8 a.m. Planet Rock. Thursday, video, pre-order the album. You can wake up as a download. Set your alarms. Let's go to bed, gentlemen. Single tomorrow, boys.
Yeah. Cannot wait. Crow family, this has been Crowcast, episode 96. As always, we thank you for the love and support, Crow family. Don't forget to tune in to Planet Rock Radio, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Hope you all have a fantastic week, and we will see you guys same time, same place next week, live at 9 on Crowcast, episode 97. Until then, Crow family, stay safe and look after each other. Noah Star.
Who said rock and roll's dead?
Rock and roll.